to 0.7 odd percent. But the one stock on our radar is Container Corp. Reported a good set of third quarter numbers led by volume growth. The revival in port volumes and connectivity of DFC to its Dadri terminal have also enabled the company to recoup its EXIM market share. We have with us Sanjay Swarup, who's the recently appointed chairman and managing director of the company, joining in to discuss their numbers in detail. Thanks a lot, Mr. Swarup, for joining in. Just wanted your thoughts on one, the realization growth that we saw in EXIM and domestic in the third quarter. What's your outlook for the entire year? And if you can, give us an outlook for volumes for the entire year as well. The first 9 months, you've done close to around 7 odd percent.
Yeah, at the beginning of the financial year, we had given a guidance of 10 to 12%. So we are quite hopeful that we will be able to achieve these volume growth, because in this current quarter, that is a Q4, we are experiencing some muted growth in EXIM, which is likely to stabilize from February because of the geopolitical reasons. But we are seeing very good demand in domestic in this quarter, and we hope to achieve total year-on-year growth of 10 to 12%. We are quite confident of that.
All right. Hi, Mr. Swarup. Good to have you, and thanks so much for joining in. Well, if you could break this up for us, how much of what kind of growth you're factoring in with EXIM volumes as well as domestic volumes? 10 to 12%, I'm guessing, is consolidated. So split it up for us.
Yeah, actually in EXIM, we will be having a growth of around 10 to 12%. And in domestic, we will be having a growth of close to 15 to 20%. And these trends are clearly visible. If you see in Q3 also, we experienced a growth in EXIM of 13% in booking, which is a quite good growth. In domestic, of course, it was flattish because of the tariff revision by railways. But now we are getting a very good demand in domestic, and we should end up the year with 15 to 20% growth in domestic also.
All right, 15 to 20% growth in domestic, 10 to 12% in EXIM. What does that do to your margins and market share? Are you growing faster than the market with the volume guidance that you've given? And what is your margin outlook? Would you give us a sense of what you're expecting in FY25 as well?
We are working on operating margin of 30% and EBITDA margin of around 24 to 25%, which is quite good as far as logistics field is concerned. For the FY25, we are seeing a very robust demand, which is exports are likely to pick up from the month of June. And domestic is also having a very good growth potential. So, of course, I will be able to give the exact guidance after this current FY is completed. But I see a very robust demand in FY25 also. And with our various measures that we have taken, like Customer Connect and my all field officers, including myself, we are maintaining a very close liaison with our customers. Secondly, we are providing total logistic solution to our customers. This includes first mile, last mile, transportation, warehousing, and of course, we have increased the technology also in logistics by having an app-based first mile, last mile. This has been welcomed by our customers, and they have decided to use our services, even though it is a bit expensive. But they are staying with us, and more customers are coming to our fold, which is helping us to maintaining our market share close to 70%.
Okay, all right. But have you gained market share or have you lost market share in the past quarter?
Actually, market share is around that number only, where slightly difference of 1 or 2%, because we have decided to give service to our customers without sacrificing our margins. So it has been consciously decided by us not to pick up low margin business. And that has been our policy, to give best service to our customers, which has been welcomed by customers, and they have stayed with us, and more customers are coming to us. Especially in the EXIM sector, I would like to mention the double stacking that we are doing from our terminal at Dadri in NCR up to Mundra Port, which is we are running freight express trains, which are timetable trains in collaboration with the DFC and Indian Railways, that has helped us to divert lot of business from road to rail. In fact, if you see our double stack numbers from Q3 to Q3, as compared to Q3 of last financial year, our double stacking has increased by 55%. And if you see for 9 months period, it is increased by 38%. So that has been a great validation by our customers, and they have welcomed this move, and we are getting lot of volume on this territory. And when Nhava Sheva also comes on double stack, which will be in FY25, we hope to garner more business on that route also.
You know, some people were expecting the uptick in rail share once Nhava Sheva comes in from 18 to 19%, almost all the way up to 30%. But be that as it may, we will wait for that until FY25. I just wanted your thoughts on two things. One, you said that you are okay to cede market share even at the cost of, low margin, losing out on low margin business. So a lot on the street were worried about pricing strategy of Container Corp. Earlier in the year, you had taken some price cuts. This is before your tenure began. One wanted to know, with you at the helm right now, what will the pricing strategy of Container Corp be versus competitors? Will you hold on to your premium pricing? And second is that, you are looking at value-added services. How much of that is currently as your proportion of sales?
See, I would like to answer your first question. We will hold on to our premium pricing, of course, but at the same time, we are giving volume-based incentives, volume-based refunds to our customers, and this has been the strategy of the company. Apart from that, seeing the market trend, we are also giving credit facility to our customers, and this move has been welcomed by all of them. We have signed long-term agreements with customers for 5 years, and that has for that most of the major shipping lines have signed agreements with us. We are entering into memorandum of understanding with big players like DB Schenker. Already in last quarter we have signed an MOU with them. More and more MOUs are in pipeline. You will come to know gradually. Apart from that, what was your second question? Can you please repeat that? Sorry.
That I was talking about value-added services, but just before that, small clarification. You said export volumes will be 10 to 12% this year, right? EXIM volumes.
No, I am saying EXIM volumes.
Yes,
EXIM volumes
that's 10 to 12.
growth in Q3. If you see, it is 13. Yeah, in Q3 it is 13%. So I am saying this trend will continue. And financial year, we will be ending with the 10 to 12% growth in EXIM volumes. It will include import as well as exports.
Yeah, because earlier you had said this number was 12 to 15%. So effectively, you have scaled down your guidance after the first half's performance.
No, 12 to 15% I have told about, 15 to 20% I have told about domestic.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Final question then, sir, from my end before we let you go. Is there any kind of update on the divestment front?
Sorry, I could not hear that. Can you repeat the question?
Is there
please?
any updates? Let me come again. Is there any update on the divestment front? Because this was an asset that the street was hoping that it would get divested. There's no big update. So that's why I'm asking you. With you at the helm, have you heard something?
See, it is the policy of the Government of India, so I have no comments to offer on that, please.
But are you aware of any such plans? Because last heard it was pushed by some time. Has there been any resumption of talks around the divestment?
See, I also come to know from your news channel, or otherwise whatever government directives are there, we follow that. I don't have any.
But is it still on the block? Is the asset still on the block, sir? As per what you heard last.
See, actually, as per the decision of Government of India, that decision still holds.
Okay, so maybe in the next fiscal year, there's a probability that.
Having said that, that doesn't affect our day-to-day business. We are in the service of customers, in the service of trade.
Yes.
We are expanding our network also. We are expanding our assets base. So everything is going on as usual.
We appreciate that, sir. You believe in running a good business, but the stock market is such that among all the triggers with market share, margins, volumes, they also want to know whether or not there's going to be a new owner. So that's why we need to put that question across to you. But thanks so much for joining here on CNBC TV 18, giving us clarity with regard to how the past quarter was and the way you see things pan out from here on as well. Always good speaking to you. Well, for the time being, though, we'll slip into a short break. When you come back, we'll continue to focus on markets and stock-specific action. Don't go anywhere.